Welcome back again to my channel, Winning in Life Empowerment Academy with Professor Bibola Komolafe. And thank you so much for taking time to listen to me on my channel. We have been looking at goals. On this clip, we'll be looking at making your goal a reality. Okay, making your goal a reality. In my new book, Creating the Life of Your Dreams, by design and not by default, I talked about understanding laws and principles and how they affect our lives. Earlier, we talked about taking 100% responsibility, believing in your goals or dreams, and most importantly, believing in yourself and not letting anyone talk you out of achieving your goals. Another important thing to understand in order to achieve your goals or dream in the world that we live in is that everything is governed by laws. I'm sure you're looking at me and thinking, what is she talking about? The laws, they are spiritual laws that govern our life. We are a spirit. We live in a physical body and we possess a soul. Our soul, it comprises of our mind, our emotions, our will, and our intellect. You may learn all the lessons, like I said, taking 100% responsibility, believe in your dreams, believe in your soul. But if you fail to line up your life according to these laws, you will meet shipwreck, meaning you may not achieve your desired goal. You have to believe in God and believe that He is a rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. Okay? You have to trust God and believe in Him. I heard a story about a young footballer, and I'd like to share it with you. Here we call it soccer player. He did everything right. He was disciplined, energetic, motivated, and an excellent player. When it came to time to be picked for a team, he was never chosen. He was always skipped over. So when he got very discouraged, and then he started asking the big question. So this went on for years and years until he understood the spiritual aspect of our being. He gave his life to God and he started living his life from the finished work of God. He now plays one of the finest soccer teams in the world. I'm sure you're looking at me, but this is very important. I love the story I read from a book called Lifetime of Positive Thinking by Ruth Pearl. She was the wife of Dr. Norman Vincent Pearl. And she said, recently I met a lady, a middle-aged woman, who walked up to me and asked me if I thought a person could still be a positive thinker even if she didn't believe in God. She looked me square in the eye and asked with utmost sincerity, if I just want to be a better person and you see positive thinking as a way to be a better person who can do bigger and better things, but you leave God out of it, does it still work for you? I looked into this woman's face for a few seconds and I wondered about her question. For a moment, I felt sad for her, but I had to be honest with her. So I told her that I had never tried it. Then I continued, I think there's a danger in thinking that you can leave God out of your life and still be successful, at least as I define success. She was curious. I told her that I didn't deny that, for instance, there were people who had attained financial success by using positive thinking that was separate from Christian living. I was sure they probably had not experienced the same depth of success that they would have experienced if they believed God and trusted God. You also have to know that there are other several laws. Another law we're looking at is the law of seed time and harvest, which emphasizes that what you sow, you will reap at a later time. This applies both to the literally and the agricultural sense and the spiritual realm. This also means that actions, whether good or bad, have consequences. So positive actions sowing to the spirit will result in positive outcomes, reaping eternal life, while negative actions sowing to the flesh will lead to negative outcomes, corruption. The law of gravity is another law that every one of us is familiar with, because it's the reason why we're not all floating in the air. So understanding the laws and how to use them to our advantage will help us move closer to achieving our goals. Attaining your desired goal becomes difficult or impossible if you ignore these laws. For example, the law of gravity we just mentioned. This law will kick in, okay, if you decide to jump from the top of a building, and depending on how high the building is, you will fall and you will injure yourself significantly, or you may die. We have another law called the law of attraction. This law was popularized by the best-selling book and movie by Rhonda Byrne. It's called The Secret. This law exists, whether we believe it or not. All living things operate through the law of attraction. It does not matter who you are. It forms your entire life experiences and does it through your thoughts. You call the law of attraction into action through your thoughts. What you're thinking about all the time.